Hello, my fellow garden gals and guys. Welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie, and I garden in Zone 5A, Central Minnesota. And I'm just going to show you my Millennium Alliums here. This is my favorite week. We're just at the third week of August here. The Millennium Alliums are always blooming at this time. This is about like their fourth year in this bed, maybe fifth year, and they just get better and better every year. This is one of my favorite plants, really easy to grow. And as you can see, they're just covered with pollinators. They have bees all over them. Nothing bothers this plant. No deer, no rabbit trouble. It's drought tolerant, and it can also take some partial sun as well. It does best in full sun though, but this bed stays pretty dry up here, so they're pretty tough. But yep, this is definitely my favorite time of year. We also have some cherry perfusion zinnias here. We have some phlox in the back there, almost on its way out. We also have these pink senorita zinnias. They're just starting here, so I grew these from seed up here. We have pink coreopsis. I love this plant. It spreads really nicely. I love the dainty pink flowers. More phlox. As you can see, we have a bunch of coneflowers back here as well. The evergreens are Wichita blue junipers in the back. I think I have 5 of them up here. We have prairie fire crab apples in this bed as well. This used to be all buckthorn about 5 years ago, so. Behind here, I just put some artemisia and some lamb's ear. And there's some sedum matrona. That's the last thing to bloom in this bed in a few weeks. The coneflowers there are the old-fashioned native Magnus echinacea coneflowers, purple coneflowers. And here's the part of the bed that's more, I would say, part sun. We have Silvermound Artemisia in front, and we have the Millennium Allium just behind that. And then we have the Wichita Blue Junipers just behind that, but so pretty. Some Creeping Jenny as a ground cover behind that, which can be invasive, so you gotta only plant it if you can keep on top of it. Here's my side yard here. Look at these Proven Winners Little Lime hydrangeas. They're a good 5 feet tall. There's 2 of them up here. Very pretty. On the left here, we have Diablo 9 Barks. I planted this hedge about 3 years ago. It's finally filling in. My front porch, I haven't really gone over this much with you, but let me just point out a few things. We have begonias in the hanging basket, and just some coleus and irisine and some creeping jenny in the container. More irisine down here and a polka dot plant. And I love this plant in the center here in the pot. It's called a foxtail fern. This is not for my zone. I will have to bring this in over winter. But a very cool plant. More irisine on this side and another polka dot plant. I also have a new project coming up. I'm trying to add some natives in the wetland area and back. I found this blue vervain that's supposed to be good for like waterlogged, boggy type areas. That'll be another video. And I also have some milkweed back there. So going down the side yard, haven't done much over here. This side yard is pretty narrow. It's only about 14.5 feet to my neighbor's fence. So we have some quick fire hydrangeas. Those are the first hydrangeas to bloom for the year. Very pretty. We have some nannyberry on the left. This is my little hosta area. I'll put a video here if you want to see a hosta tour for this year. And here's a bed that I just added. I'll also put a video here in case you are wondering about each tree. I kind of go over in the video a couple weeks ago. But we're trying to add some privacy back here. Believe it or not, all these trees, when they grow fully to full maturity, they will almost touch. This is a goldspire ginkgo. It'll turn gold in the fall. This will be columnar, about 20 feet tall. Very cool leaves on the ginkgo. That's a firelight hydrangea there. That'll get about 6 to 8 feet tall and wide. And this is Dakota pinnacle birch. This will get 30 feet tall and 10 feet wide. It's a rapid grower, so it'll get there in about 10 years. Maybe not even. We have some Korean maples in this island. And a couple plants. This maple on the end here is a northern glow. You can plant Korean maples, are a little more hardy than Japanese maples, so better for our area. Down here we have variegated Jacob's ladder. That'll get little blue flowers in the spring. This is a large astilbe, Mighty Pip. It's done blooming for the year, but gets really tall. It's a huge astilbe. We got some ferns over here. I believe those are maiden ferns or lady ferns. A couple hostas and a really cool grass that will get about 5 feet tall, believe it or not. This is a Shiloh Splash River Birch. It loves water, so it should like it back here. I just love the variegation. I have 2 of these back here. This could get up to 20 feet tall. And Sun King on the left there with some more hosta. This pine is a Highland Mugo pine. Just wanted to put a different texture in here, so I added that evergreen. And this is all filling in nicely. I haven't added anything new, really. This is a really cool plant here that attracts bees and monarchs. This is the Meadow Blazing Star Liatris. It's a native. If you want to attract monarchs, plant that. They love it. And check out this Carl Forster grass. Just behind that is Gateway Joe Pyeweed. This is a good over 7 feet tall. So I love it as kind of a backdrop to everything here. And it's blooming now and it's covered with bees. It's a pollinator magnet. It could take full sun to partial sun, and it could take a little bit of water too, as long as it's not completely waterlogged. And here's my cut flower garden this year. This flooded twice this year because we had a ton of rain, so it's nothing like it was last year. But I'll take it. I still got some zinnias and some amaranth blooming, so I'll show you a couple of varieties that are really cool. This is the first time I planted this one. This is a Lilia cactus zinnia. Very pretty. I'm definitely going to be planting that one again. These tall white zinnias are polar bear. Second time I planted those. These really attract the pollinators as well. Kind of soggy back here. This is a queen lime, or queen lime red. Last year I did queen lime blush. I wanted to try the queen lime red this year. And the ones back here, which I'm surprised are still alive because they were so waterlogged. These are called exquisite. So I think I'll do those again too. Very pretty. Cool blush color. Here's another that's a little more mature. So pretty. I also planted some Dreadlocks amaranth, actually just reseeded from last year. Look how tiny these plants are. This is the plants last year. They were like over 8 feet tall on the right picture there. So as you can see, we just had a wet and cold year. These are pink senoritas, zinnias, another amaranth. Here's some toad lilies. This is a variegated kind. They look like little orchids. This variety is called Samurai. They love water and they could take full sun to shade. Got button bush behind there. We got some shorter gomphrena that are just starting to bloom here. Got a hosta back here. This is my honeysuckle arbor that I just put up, growing nicely. And some coneflowers. A lot of my coneflowers struggled this year. I lost quite a few, but it's because it was just so wet. But very happy nonetheless. The Veronica is just a fungal mess, really, right now. But they were great last year, so I want to keep them in and see what happens next year. We have some Hot Lips Toad Lily. Not Toad Lily, these are Turtle Head, actually. They're going to be blooming soon. They're one of the last bloomers. They'll kind of fill in this area. This is a Perfect Storm hibiscus that's about to bloom. It'll have pink flowers with a red center, covered in blooms. There's a bigger hibiscus here called Mars Madness, covered in buds. I'll go around to the other side so you can see what it looks like. It's just all red. So pretty. These love water and they like full sun, so this is a perfect spot for it. And I don't normally show you this area. It's kind of a work in progress, but we have more Millennium Allium, Penstemon, and some Sedum. We have some phlox at the very top of the hill there. And here's my common lilacs. And unfortunately, in Minnesota this year, everybody's common lilacs have this fungus that kind of like makes them drop leaves in August, but they will come back in the spring. You just have to clean it up well. This is a showy mountain ash tree. It's relatively new, but it will get to be about 20 by 20 feet. But look at these berries. They're just so pretty. They really stand out from afar. Very happy with that. Can't wait till it fills in. We got the Golden Curls Willow back there. And that's about it for this week. I'll kind of leave you with another picture of my Millennium Alliums here. Happy gardening, you guys, and I'll update you again in another week or two. Take care.